Today we're going to be talking about how you can go to medical school for $0. That's right, you heard me, $0. But first, a word from our sponsors, the like button. As a token of appreciation for hitting the like button, here's a picture of a cute dog. Here is Bob. He's a student joining medical school. He has 3 kids home and a wife. The average medical school debt is $203K. So let's assume that this will be his debt as well. He didn't get born with a silver spoon, nor did he win the lottery. With over $200,000 in debt and an average federal interest rate of 6%, he is going to be buried in debt by the time he graduates medical school. What is he going to do? In 2007, Congress established the PSLF, Public Service Loan Forgiveness. This was established under the Act, College Cost Reduction and Access Act. It was aimed to reduce insurmountable loan of medical students throughout their 4 years of training. What PSLF is basically a pardon of your remaining loan as long as you can meet these following parameters. The following parameters include, 1, be employed by a U.S. federal, state, or local organization, or be employed by a non-profit hospital. 2, you have to work full-time in this organization. 3, you have to have something called direct loans, which I will cover here in a little bit what they are. 4, you have to pay your loans in something called an income-driven plan. And 5, you must make 120 consecutive monthly payments without missing a single payment. So this is basically 10 years of payments that you have to make consecutively. All right, let's dive deeper into these parameters. So 1, employment. It doesn't matter what kind of job you do, but it does matter who you work for. Any government organization or nonprofit organization will do. And since most residencies that doctors do or physicians do after their 4 years of medical school training is considered a nonprofit, you can count the time you do in residency into these 10 years as well. Secondly, you have to work full time. Now, this can mean if you meet your employer's definition of full-time or work greater than 30 hours a week, whichever is greater, that can be qualified as full-time work. Thirdly, according to the US government, these are any loans that go under the direct loans category. The loans that don't apply to the direct loans category are as follows: Federal Family Education Loan, as well as Federal Perkins Loans, or Perkins Loans in short. Now, these 2 loans can qualify for the direct loan as long as after your 4 years of medical education is done, you can consolidate them into a direct loan. And lastly, you have to repay your loan in an income-driven plan, and you have to pay 120 months consecutively in this income-driven plan. You have to pay 10 years consecutively in this income-driven plan. So now the income-driven plan is the federal government will calculate what your current income is compared to how much you owe, and you will end up paying a very small amount of your loan. So let's say you're making $60K as a resident, your loan is around $200,000, you'll be paying somewhere around $200 a month. Now, after your residency is over of the $60K salary, once you become an attending, your salary is going to increase. So now the loan per month amount will also increase corresponding to your salary. Let's look at Bob here again. How can Bob do medical school for free? So now, since we know Bob has 3 children and a wife and has over $200,000 in debt, we know that he has dependencies. Let's say Bob also wants to do neurosurgery, which is around 7 years of residency training. So during these 7 years, since he has dependents as well as a low income, Bob will essentially be paying $0 under the PSLF Act in an income-driven payment. So Bob will pay $0 for the next 7 years, which will go towards his 10-year loan forgiveness. And once he becomes an attending, he will have to pay his loans according to his monthly salary as an attending neurosurgeon for the rest of the 3 years for his remaining loans to be forgiven. So the people that extraordinarily benefit from this PSLF Act are who have dependents with them and they do a long or multiple residencies. Bob, for example, it worked out for him. He had dependents. He's doing a longer residency, so the PSLF might be the better option for him. But let's say you want to do internal medicine with only a 3-year residency, and then you have no dependents with you as well. Going to a private practice and then making more money than a nonprofit organization and paying off your loans that way might save you more money in the long run than doing PSLF for 10 years. And as always, thank you for watching. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments. And make sure you hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't, and we'll see you here next week. Thank you.